Hello, hello, my friends. Happy Thursday. How are we? Happy July 3rd. Tomorrow's July 4th. So we have some fireworks to look forward to tomorrow, I'm sure. How is everybody doing in the chat? Let's see who is here. Hi, Blair. How are you doing, hon? We got Lisa here and Lana Banana is here. Lurking. Yeah, not feeling too well today. I hope you feel better, Lana. And who else is here? Amber is in the house and Tammy's here. Hello, Tammy. Good to see you guys. That was probably out of order, but the orders change from if I'm on my streaming software or if I'm looking on YouTube. So, yeah. How's everybody doing? What you guys working on? Let me know. Let me know what you're doing. So, who in the chat likes Gilmore Girls? I do. Hi, Sonia. Welcome in. So, Gilmore Girls, I found at Target this adorable, hi, Mandy. Welcome in. Look at this notebook, you guys. Life's short, talk fast. Gilmore Girls. And it's got like the tabs. So that's the, what do you call that? Gazebo in the middle of the town, right? And then the town sign, the Dragonfly Inn, and then you got Luke's Diner. And then it's like super cute. Each tab has, I'm the Rory to your Lorelai. Each tab has like a little thing on there from the show, which I thought was super cute. This is at Target, you guys. I'm the Lorelai to your Rory. Yeah, the original was the best, right? And then here's coffee, please, and a shot of cynicism. And then each of the pages has that same like little quote down here. It's super cute. It was like, I think it was $5, I want to say. And the, $1, $3, $5 bins at Target. So, and they had mugs. They had a bunch of fun stuff. So anyways, I was excited. So I'm going to use this for the monthly appreciation. I've started to write down from the last live how I'm going to work it. I have to fill in the names, you guys, but basically I'm going to go on. And so this is starting with our Royal Hive. You each get 5 entries. Then it'll be the Inner Hive that's going to get 3 entries. And then it'll be the Frizzy Friends that all get the single entry. And then flip to the back. So I already put how many numbers there are of the people in the members. And then this was like, when Dee gifted the 5 memberships. So each of those got a point. And then we had Winsome, Cindy, Melissa, and Mandy as the winners for the drawing. So we're going to do the drawing again. This time I'm going to try this. I'm going to do it on my phone. So far nobody has picked my word of the day. To give you a hint, it was something I mentioned last week. I actually mentioned it in a couple of different respects. So it is a noun. That is one thing I can tell you guys. So yeah. So if you guys want to put in random words, it just helps, the chat to stay active. And I will give you guys hints throughout as well. And then we will draw some more winners to put more entries in for the end of the month giveaway. Hello, Helix. Okay, you guys, Helix is on Dee's channel today. She's getting interviewed on Dee's Creative Hands. So please go over to Dee's channel if my moderators want to drop that link so you guys can catch Helix. I'm very excited. That's a great guess, Helix. Cat is a very great guess. It's not the thing, but it is definitely something I mentioned last week. There's Dee. I was just talking about you. Your ears were burning. Ooh, you got a gift card, Mandy? Where is it for? Is it Amazon or Michael's or? Might have to change that for your notes. Yep. I know when I found that, because, here's the thing for me with mugs, I like a big mug, like a chunky mug, right? It has to hold at least like 10 ounces minimum, but I would prefer it to hold like 12 to 14 ounces in there. And it has to have a good weight to it. And so for me, when I go shopping, if I find those ones that are super lightweight, and they just feel like they're going to break, I don't really get those ones. And some of the ones that were from they had Gilmore Girls. I think the other show, was it Friends or there was another show, you know, they do that sometimes. Like they'll have stuff, memorabilia stuff that you can buy from the different shows that we watch here and there, the popular ones, you know, but yeah, this was my jam, so I grabbed it. Hi, Kimberly, and Mama Wench is in the house. That was too funny this morning, Mama Wench, when we were like joking about how I broke Nightbutt on Amber's live this morning. And then right after I put a little like sword, because Mama Wench has a 5-foot broadsword by her bed or in her house somewhere. We joked around and I put an emoji in there, and then all of a sudden Nightbot started like putting all the people's links in chat. It was hilarious. Rapid fire. Target and Michael's. I did a survey and got some gift cards. Nice. Those are two of my favorite stores, you know. Michael's is probably going to be the, well, it's one of the two go-tos for me. It's going to be that one, and then Craft Warehouse, which is a little more bougie, but it will definitely have like Premier. They have Premier yarns there, and they have bougie yarns there too, and a bunch of other stuff. And they have like tons of fabric and all that jazz. So they have more there than Michael's, I would say, but you know, I like Michael's too. He got scared. Yeah, I did. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Just the timing of it, you know, it was just too funny. It's beside your bed. That's right. Yes, I need to go check your pictures out, Marianne. I'll go do that soon. Oh my goodness. So I checked, and we had gotten another member joining in. I haven't seen her yet in the chat, but we did get another member join in at the very tail end of the last live. So we're at 8 out of 9 member goal, you guys. So once we get one more member, we unlock another emoji so that we can decide. Maybe I'll put a poll out and we'll decide which emoji we want to have next. And then I will finish the drawing and get that posted up and such. You haven't heard of Craft Warehouse? I don't know how far it goes across the states, you know, like, I had never heard of it before when I was in California, but then moved up here, and they have a couple of them, or they had one of them closed. So I hope that's not, you know, foreshadowing for the rest of them, but they don't tend to do sales very often, which is probably why they're still in business, and there tends to be a lot of people in there. So hello, Shade. How are you, my dear? Happy early July 4th. That's right. Melissa G is in the house. Melissa G, how are you? What are you working on? What is everybody working on, you guys? So I had tried to sew something yesterday, and I can't tell you because that's going to give away the word of the day. But if you remember what I was talking about sewing yesterday, then you may remember the word. However, I tried to make a mini version of it, like my own way, and which was great, except for when you have to flip them inside out, right? So you sew on the wrong side and then you flip them onto the right side of the fabric. Yeah, that didn't work. It was too tiny. It was too tiny, and it just didn't. Up, somebody's got the word. Ooh, I'm gonna wait and see if Nightbot actually like starts putting the entries here on my phone. But yes, that is the word, frog. It was a frog. Yep, it's starting to put on there. Cool. See? This way I can show you guys, because I didn't like that I couldn't show you last time. So I was like, ooh. I remember Ganny Joe did something like this on her phone. So I figured, you know, let's give it a go. Donut. The little pink box. It's like one of the things that's hard to resist. But yes, put in the word frog, because that is the word of the day. And I will be picking later the winners for today. So yeah, make sure you get that in there. You went out to lunch with your husband and working on the top that you're working on. Nice. Is it a top for you, or is it a gift for somebody? How exciting. You've been froggy lately. You've had to frog some stuff. Hi, Aisha. Good to see you. Welcome in. Yeah, so this is, I could show you actually. I have it right here. So I had made the little arms and legs and the body. I flipped the body, but I haven't ironed it or anything. So the body was pretty little, right? I was really trying to make a tiny one. And then I tried to flip the leg. And as I tried to flip the leg, it like ripped the side stitches. So then I was using the back of a paintbrush, like a thinner paintbrush, so it wouldn't be sharp at the end. But trying to get these little feet to flip the other direction was not happening. And like, I didn't even try to do the little arms. So I might try to like save it and do some sort of like a thread with beads on it maybe for his arms and legs, just as a little fun, you know, guy that could just sit on a desk. But I'll definitely, like, I did find, because I had set it aside, but I found the little pattern from Ann Wood Handmade. So I'll be using that, which is much larger and should be a lot easier than my attempt later on. So ripping everything out over and over, trying to perfect design. So you're designing these yourself then? Are you ripping it out because you don't like how the stitches are working up, or is it because you're trying to get it to look a certain way and it's just not? Or like, are you ultimately, I want to know, Helix, are you going to start writing patterns and sharing them, you know, in some way, shape, or form? That's where I'm trying to get at. Oh, making a donut. Right? That's funny. Donuts, yummy. It's making me hungry. I don't even remember what I did yesterday, right? I know. Same here. The poppy pullover. Nice. Killian's in the house. Killian, you working? Are you in your lunch break? And hello, Susie. Welcome in. Right? It gives you anxiety. Exactly. She says that she has a little tutorial, Ann Wood does. She has a tutorial with pictures. There might be a video and I didn't check that out, but I'd probably need to see the video. There's some way that she flips the legs inside out on hers. Now hers are much wider, so it should be a lot easier, I think. But basically she's using whatever, she was using a like sanded down like a chopstick or something that's not sharp, right? But it's sanded so that it's not going to rip into the yarn or into the fabric. And she uses a straw, and there's some way you can do the straw, and I think it goes over. I don't know. It's like weird. It's one is pushing it, the other one, I don't know. Whatever. Something with a straw and like a prodder, and then it somehow makes it work. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're blowing my mind, but I got to figure out how this works. Hi, Zoya. Sup? How's it going? What am I working on? Well, I was telling everybody that I didn't have success shrinking a pattern and designing it myself for a sewn frog because the legs are too tiny. But what I'm still working on are the Sakura blossoms. So I'm going to make Shaiyeh's pattern for the Sakura blossom bag. They're all in various stages. So I have some that are just the pink blossom. This is the next round, and then you make it into the square, right? So I'm still working on that. That's what I'm going to work on today. But I was thinking, hi, Lena. And Arlena, there's the newest member. Thank you for joining, Arlena. That was amazing. I saw you popped in the join last week or last live right at the tail end, and I was like trying to type to you. Thank you for joining. I don't think it went through. And Linda Fisk is in the house. Hello, hello. Everybody's coming in. I love it. Don't forget, you guys, make sure you put in the word frog. That is the word of the day. I will be drawing names later on just for entries into our monthly giveaway. So this is new for the channel, and we're seeing how it goes. But, yeah, it'll be fun. Yeah, I'm thinking, Killian, of I was actually going to ask you guys if this is something that you think I should do or maybe not. But when I had made the strawberry bag, This is an extra square that I had, and it got me thinking about making little pouches with the squares. So you could make a single square size pouch, could be a cute coin purse or something with a zipper on top and lined with fabric, right? The other option would be to do one that's like two. Here I have two of the same. That's like the size of two squares, right? So you'd have a wider little zipper bag. And this, I was thinking size-wise would be good for like a notions pouch because you could put your hooks in there, then they would fit, and you could put, you know, other stuff as well. And again, it would be lined inside with the zipper on top. So I was thinking about making these up and doing some strawberry ones and some sakura blossom ones. I'll do all the seed beads and everything and then selling them in the shop. I thought that would be a fun little add-in. So you have like notion pouches or little coin purse kind of things. So, Arrow, hi, good to see you. Just in time, that's right. Need the beach or swimsuit cover up to come ASAP now. Wait, what do you mean? Did you order one, Amber? Or are you talking about the pattern for the one that Michael's putting out? Using granny squares too, small little pouches, and they're very cute and easier than, yeah, with the zipper on top. I just thought that would be really cute. Waiting to hear back from my sister. Her OB doctor made her go to the hospital to make sure baby is staying put. She's only 24 weeks, but she's high risk. Oh, okay. Yeah, keep me posted. I hope she's okay. Sending good vibes her way. So, yeah. This pregnancy, man. All that stuff. It's just so hard. It's amazing that we're still around on this planet, you know? At least for me, it was super hard to have kids. So I was happy that we got the two we did. Kimberly, are you poolside or are you working on making your paper beads, or what are you working on? You did a strawberry keychain, Vima? Nice. I'll have to go check that out. Oh, now you got the yarn. Now you're waiting. You were saying something I hadn't heard. Is Michael, he wasn't doing great or something? Is his back bothering him or his legs? What's going on? If you know, let me know. I can always ask him too. Okay. I'm going to work on this, but what I need is to find my hook. So far I've made more blossoms than I needed because I had the intentions of making some notions pouches. So I've got like all the tails and ends, tails to sew in. I'm still working, you guys, also on the frog tutorial. So prior to going to Dutch, I was working on the frog tutorial. So I've got the arms are done. The eye sockets are now done. And the legs are built up. So the next part is starting to build him up. So, you know, we're making good headway though, which means that the filming is going along very nicely. So yeah, not starting the back panel of this top. Why is that? Is because you don't feel like it? It sounded like that one wasn't working up as fast as you were hoping, huh? You're working on beads. Nice. I love the beads I got from you. Mandy, that's scary, but 24 weeks is viable. Baby has wonderful odds. Let's just how they stay put as long as possible. Yeah, exactly. Flare up. Oh, yeah. That's tough. Well, hopefully he's back to getting his Tunisian in soon and he can get that pattern up for you. Michael had issues. Oh, yeah, with his legs. He was rearranging his craft room and overdid it. Oh, no. Again? I thought he rearranged it recently. I think he did, but he probably, I mean, as we all know, our craft rooms are always in constant change, aren't they? I feel like they're never fully arranged because we buy more things and then we need to find places for them. I saw those. You found those at Goodwill? Like in a bag at Goodwill? Is that where you said you only spent like $5.99 on buying and getting all the yarn for that? Oh, that's okay, Dee. Kitchen's got to get clean too. Yeah, your niece says better stay put. She needs to be cooked a little bit longer in there. Okay, so I'm going to start, and I get to make everybody's favorite stitch, which is the puff stitch. I think she's called it the puff stitch. Hi, Tina. Good to see you. How are you doing? Okay, let's see. I'm trying to remember. Okay, yep. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you pull through, yarn over and pull through. It's always difficult when it's this many stitches. All the way down to the last 2, yarn over and pull through those 2. So I think that is a puff, isn't it? I think craft room is in constant rotation. Exactly. I was on, before Mama G went on yesterday, I was on, I think it's Liz, is it Liz Loves Crochet? Something like that, on her channel, and I caught her live, and she has so much yarn, like puts me to shame, you know. And hi, Yarn Life, good to see you, and I love your thumbnails, very vibrant. But I was just like, I was looking at it and thinking, because none of hers, she doesn't put hers in tubs. She has them all, you know, on shelving. So they're all laid out like that, but just a lot. And so, but she could see better what she has, right? So it got me thinking, like, is it better to put them in totes, or is it better to have them out so you know what you have? Because now it's like daunting to try to think about. I need to at least label the totes, I think. So if anybody has organizational thoughts, suggestions, please let me know. But because I don't know, like if there's a certain yarn I know I have, and I don't know where it is in all of the totes, it's going to take me forever to still find it. Hi, Monique. Folding laundry and watching a movie with the kids. Aw, which movie are you watching? Hopefully it's a good one. And Shade is making the bed, lurking away. Yeah, Liz was so funny. She's so funny. She swears, which, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I know it bothers some people though. But it's just funny because she's very, like, you know, just tells it how it is. And I love that. I know. I wish I had all the room to put on my shelves. I've looked at those. Have you guys seen those? What do they call them? It's like a creative box or something. They're like $2,000 though. That's the thing. But it's almost like putting all your yarn into this armoire, and it opens up all the way. And then it has a table that can be laid out, and then it's totally shelved, right? So you can put all your bits and bobs, and you can specify how you want them to put the internal shelving in there. So if you're a painter and you need like the shelves, you know, not as tall, you can do that. Or if you need them bigger because you're going to put yarn on them, you can specify how you want it built. But oh my gosh, they're expensive. Marianne, I live in a camper. Organizing is hit and miss. Yeah. You got to put it where there's space, right? You like to see your yarn, D? It is inspirational. And then you don't go buy more of what you already have. Yeah, because you can just access it really quickly. How she responds to trolls. Oh my gosh. Yarn is Michelson Hobby Lobby. You get quiet time, and so do the kids. That's right. Now, if you could get them to help you fold. I've gotten Lizzie to help me fold maybe once or twice. I was trying to get them to be like, oh, it's exciting. It's like, you know, you're trying to make it into this smaller form. No, that didn't really work. Hi, Rebecca. Not hearing anything, but wanted to say hi. Aw, thank you for popping in, leaving your thumb, I'm sure. Okay. All right, so I'm working in the back loop so that the Sakura blossom, you can see the outline of it. Hi, JustTube. How's it going? I have lost weight. I've lost about 20 pounds. I still have about 30 more to go. But it's all like in my belly. That's what needs to go down. And of course, that's always the last place that wants to, to go. Some there and just wherever it goes. Yeah. All right. So I remember I've been doing it this way so that I can still work on this while I'm hanging out with you guys. Is that, oh, actually I did that one wrong. Hang on. Before I come on, I do one so I can remember the pattern for it. So I'm not having to look at the pattern every 2 seconds. I need to get on the board with that. On board. I can't read. Oh my goodness. I know they don't necessarily fold it how you want them to, but you'll get a little help. So how am I losing weight? Okay, so I'm cutting out regular sugars, like the refined sugars and stuff. So I stopped eating candy, cookies, donuts, although I love them. But for me, sugar is an addiction. So if I start eating those sweets that I love so much, I can't stop. I just keep eating them. So I have to like cold turkey it, or else it's like all or nothing. That's how my personality is. I get very like, what's the word? Not obsessive, but just it's too much, you know? So yeah, that's probably one of the biggest things. And then I'm trying to eat more protein, less carb, heavy things. But in order to, so I stopped, some of you might know this, but I used to drink wine, and I worked for a winery, so. But I used to drink quite a bit, and I stopped that. In September, it'll be 3 years. I haven't had a drop. So I just completely stopped having anything. And what filled that void for me was this mixture that I found, and it's very silly and you're probably going to laugh, but this is my new nightly enjoy thing to look forward to. So instead of wine, I make a hot cup of tea. It's usually a chai, like a spiced decaffeinated chai, and I add a little milk, put my Splenda in there, and then I make a bowl, I put together a bowl of the old school nacho Doritos is on the bottom, and then Popcorners makes a sweet chili pop chip. I call it pop chips, but they're popcorners. And they are very good together. They just go really well together. So that's my one cheat of the day. So the rest of the part of the day, I'm eating like nuts and, granola and protein or some fruit, stuff like that. Like if I'm hungry. And then at dinner, I have a sensible dinner. And then I have that as my little something to look forward to in the evening that filled the void of having wine. So yeah, that's how I do it but that's what I meant with the personality thing, right? Like with drinking, it's the same for me. I can't stop. And so it's not a good thing for me. So I just stopped altogether and it's been much better. So you haven't had a potato in months. How come? Are you boycotting potatoes or? Oh my goodness. Eye-opening for me. I need to start doing the junk. It's every time I live vicariously through you though, Amber, because you get Pop-Tarts and I love Pop-Tarts. Like I'll eat them cold. I'll eat them heated. You give them to me any which way and I'll eat them. So yeah, peanut butter cookie binge. Yep. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Oh, I could eat so many. Hi, Chris. Clear totes with labels. Yeah, I have the clear totes, so I'm halfway there, Chris. I don't have them labeled, though, so it's only what I can visually see. And so, yeah, I need to get them labeled, though. Martha's in the house. Hello, hello. Picture of the new area in my classroom. Still waiting on stuff from Amazon, but it's looking good. Oh, that's good, Rebecca. Yeah, same Helix. It's all in the belly. Yep. Okay, just making sure. I go backwards, but okay. I look at my treadmill and think about your walks. That's as far as I get. Oh my gosh. Using it as like a plant holder or something instead. That's amazing, Dee. Good job. That is so cool. I just passed the you know, like every time you hit those 10-pound markers, right? It's like 180, 170, that kind of thing. Like I'll stay there for a couple weeks. It just doesn't want to get into the next whatever 10-pounder is. And I just got into it. So I was like, yes, I'm getting there finally. It's nice to see progress. All right, let's see. Thank you. Yeah, I do. Oh, that's the other thing I do. I go on, for a while I was doing, because I live in Washington, so it's really crummy weather 3/4 of the year and just pouring rain. So I can't get outside and walk. So what I would do is I would go on YouTube and I would find, you know, some Zumba lessons, things like that. And that was what I was doing for, you know, half an hour, trying to close my exercise ring on my watch, that kind of thing. But now that it's nice out, I get up and I get out of the door by about 5:15 in the morning and I walk for about 35 to 40 minutes, power walking, and I get 2 miles in, so a little over 2 miles. And every morning, except for the weekend, I give myself off, but sometimes I do stuff too. Julie, hello, good to see you. And you've been a member of the Inner Hive for 4 months. Yay, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet. There's honey and maple syrup. Yep. And Mandy has been a Royal Hive member for 6 months. Yay. Oh, thank you, Mandy. It's always so nice to see you coming in. You come into all my lives and you're such a huge help to me. So I appreciate you. Bread, potatoes, pasta, corn, and so many other things are such high in carbs. Yes, very true. Very true. That's like, it's the one thing though, if it keeps me away from the alternative, I used to have 2 bowls. I now only have 1 bowl. So see, I did lower that. I just haven't cut it out completely. I feel like I could, but you also don't want to take all the joy away in life. So for me, it's all about coffee and then my chippy dippies, I call them at night. Ooh, a turmeric chai at Marshall's. Ooh, that sounds nice. Rita, hello. Rita has been a member of the Frizzy Friends for 5 months. Thank you for joining the Frizzy Friends and for being a member, Rita. Aw. Bandy. Your kids use it as a toy. How funny. You don't eat sugar or fried food now. Yeah, I try not to have those things as much as I can. Have a lot more salads. I love actually putting fruit on salads. Like berries are really good. Apple sliced up is really good on a salad. Purple onion, very thin, tiny slices is really good. So it's goes a long way kind of thing. And then I'll put some feta. I like the small crumbles of the feta, not the giant chunky feta like Lizzie and my husband like. So I'll put a little bit of that on there. And then we found this amazing it's called I think it's Asian sesame vinaigrette or something like that at Target. And it is delicious. So that's my jam salad right there. They do make good displays, don't they, Hamper? Oh my gosh. Ooh, you just went next door. Rebecca got a Butterfingers chocolate frappe. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I will live vicariously through you, my friend. Hi, Emily. Welcome in. Could see them used as displays. I know. It's too funny. I'm trying to catch up, you guys. Yeah, I haven't had a treadmill since back in California, I think. We had one growing up that I used a lot. Yes, and I agree, Linda. Intermittent fasting is one of the most effective ways to lose weight. Yes, it is. Yeah. I like that. I have to take I have pills I have to take in the morning, but I have to eat something first. So that was what was my struggle, because the later I go, then I start feeling it if I don't take what I need to take and that kind of thing. So that one was a little hard for me. You're I need to cut back to, oh yeah. I mean, I just want to be healthy, you know, like my knees were starting to hurt. My back was always hurting. And it's just like, I just want to be healthy. As I see others around me deteriorating, and I'm like, I just don't want to, I don't want it to go that route. So let me take care of it now, you know. Drinking this latte, good grief. Yarn life. Yes, thank you, Killian. Oh, back to work. Oh, yes. Well, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for popping in. Thank you for popping in. So we have 16 entries so far and 32 watching. So if you guys want to put in the word of the day, the word is frog. And then I will go ahead and start choosing some winners. Now, the winners will get the entries in. So I'm going to choose 5 winners. 4 get 2 entries into the monthly giveaway. And then the last one gets 10 entries. So yes. Hi, Kimmy. Welcome in. So make sure if you haven't put in the word frog in the chat that you write in the word frog before we start picking names. I'm earning the frappe today, not only teacher for 12 kids 5 through 9 years old, but also in charge of the center today as the boss is away. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. They've got you doing too many things, huh? I'm just checking Thule. I think you might need to spell it with just one G. I don't know. Hi, Candy. That's how you get the lurkers to come in, Bonnie. I just tell you, right frog, don't forget. Kimberly. That's so funny. You only have to put it in one time, but I mean, sometimes for whatever reason, it's kind of like it's through Nightbot. So we all know Nightbot decides when he wants to be doing what he's supposed to be doing and when he doesn't. So I always just say, you know, put it in a couple times. I do that when I'm on other lives. I'm like, just in case, I'll put it a capital F. I don't think it really matters. You're only supposed to have to do it once. Guys, I've gotten so far. I've done 1 puff stitch. I'm so chatty today. I don't know what's going on. That's okay, right? That's all right. Okay, here we go. You just popped in, Candy. Thanks for popping in. Oh my goodness. So I've been putting up for sale on Facebook Marketplace all the stuff that didn't sell at the garage sale last weekend. And I've sold some more things, which is great. I'm so glad you could catch the live too. So I know, like, you know, just be a little discerning, I guess. I've heard some people have had not the best experiences with Facebook Marketplace, but for me, it's worked out pretty well. So yeah, that's kind of a little hustle on the side, you know, selling the old stuff that we don't use anymore and we're ready to part with. Oh, you know what? That's not supposed to be a single crochet. It's supposed to be a slip stitch. There we go. Lurkers unite. Exactly. That's right, Chris. Yeah, Mama's going to put out her sword. That's right. She's going to get that 5-foot broadsword, and Nightbot's going to start wishing he'd done everything he was supposed to do. All right, so we're at 27 entries. So I'll give it another couple minutes. If anybody else that's watching wants to write the word frog in the chat, and then we will draw some names. It is 11:38. Was my son. All right, so now I got to do another puff. Hang on a sec. See if I can get the back stitch here. This is like where I tied off, so it's a little tighter than usual. Come on, hook. Get in there. There we go. Okay, actually, I'm supposed to yarn over first, then go in. There we go. What are we at? 27. Ganny Joe is in the house. Ganny put a frog in the chat for me. That's the word of the day. I'm going to start drawing names here in a minute. I'm just trying to get this silly puff stitch here. Here we go. 1. There you go. Yep, we're at 28. 2. I gotta count to 5 here. 3, 4. One more. Oh my God. 5. I'm not a big fan of puff stitches. Okay, we're going through them. I always have a hard time getting the one stitch through all the other stitches. I don't know what it is. No, don't go down in that hole. Okay, I got it. Hang on. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Oh, good. You guys, yes, make sure also too, if you put the word drop in the chat, if you'd like to share out your channel, then everybody can go and subscribe so they can be a member or a follower rather of yours. Oh my God, I hate doing this stitch. It's like, ugh. Am I the only one that hates the puff? I think others don't care for it either. Oh, nope. Okay, hang on. I'm going to put it down for a second because I have to take it out. I hate this stitch. It's like my nemesis. Oh my goodness. You haven't been too active. Oh, that's okay. That's all right. Grandbabies are driving you bonkers today, Candy Joe. Aw. It's just drop, Emily. It's just drop. Yep, there you go. I never changed it to anything else, you know. Amber's got bees. I mean, that would have been a good word to use on my channel, but I just kept it at drop. I know I'm boring. That's a tight stitch. You crochet that one loose. Okay, yeah, and it's in the back loop only, so you know, it really stretches it out. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's a tough one. All right, so we're at 28 entries. So I'm going to start drawing names. Let me see if I go this way, what it does. Yeah, I think that's probably better. Okay, so everybody's put in frog that wants to put in frog. Yours is wrench. I like that. Oh my gosh. So nice to break up the day with my girls. Yeah. All right, so here we go. Let's choose our first winner. This is for 2 entries in to the monthly giveaway, okay? So our first winner is, did it tell you? Did it tell you? Oh, it did. Okay, good. I couldn't tell if it was saying it or not. Did you guys see who won? It was Lana Banana. So Lana Banana, you got 2 entries in. So I'm going to write you down here. So 89 and 90 are Miss Lana Banana. Okay. So now we'll do that again. We will choose another winner. The floor is lava. Ah! Remember, did you see that? They have that as like a game show too. Oh, how nice. Is it like a pattern yarn life or? Okay, I'm going to pick another winner here, okay? Duck Queen Maddie, if you want to put in the word frog, I am drawing names for a monthly appreciation giveaway. This is to get entries in to win for later this month. So if you're interested, put the word frog in, and then we will draw again. All right, so I am going to draw another name. Here we go. And we've got Killian. Killian. She's not here because she had to go back to work. But Killian, congratulations. If you check the replay, I am putting you down. All right. So that's 2. So now we're going to do again. And here we go. Mandy. Oh my gosh. Nightbot likes you, Mandy. Because you won last time too. 93 and 94. Miss Mandy. I wonder if there's any truth to that, you know? Do you feel like that, you guys who do giveaways on your channel? Do you feel like, whether it's Nightbot or StreamYard, that they gravitate towards certain channels more than others? Amber, I'm on top of my fridge. You called the floors lava. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, here we go. And this time it's Rebecca. Rebecca is the winner. I probably should have been showing you. That's the whole reason I did this on my phone. 94, 95, 96. Okay, so we got Miss Rebecca in there. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is their last drawing. Okay. And this is going to be for 10 entries. So, hi, Tina. You came back from lurking. Let's see. Did you put it in right? Yes, you did, because I have 29 entries in here. So your name is in there. Mandy's feeding him chocolate. I know, she's like slipping it to Nightbot. She's like, big Mandy again. All right, here we go for the last drawing for today. We're going to do this every live, you guys. That way you guys are all getting chances to win. And then your dog's laying on your lap. Cute. And then if you join as a member, or if you do gifted memberships, you know, or any super chats or super stickers, those also get entries in as well. Okay, here we go. Here's the last one for today's live. Helix! Yay! Helix! Good job. Good job. It's your lucky day today. Seeing you've got your live with Dee later. Oh, so much fun. All right. So this is going to be Helix. Cool beans. There we go. Well, that's exciting. Oh, Maddie, welcome in. So that does get you an entry in as well. Welcome to the Frizzy Friends, my friend. Thank you for joining. I'm putting you down too. I like your name too, Maddie Duck Queen. We have this trail that goes behind our housing area, and it has this little, kind of looks more like a swamp, but it used to have a lot of water in the middle of it. And I think maybe later it'll have it when it's more rainy, but right now it just has a bunch of those, I think they call them pussy willows, the little, that like brown sort of top thing, and it's like a long plant and then lots of leafy bits. But anyways, they have ducks that go in that pond a lot of times, but not now because there's no water in there. It's all dried up. Winsome is in the house. It's good to see you, Winsome. How are you doing? Okay, let's try this puff stitch again, you guys. I'm going to go looser this time. I hate going into the stitch when you get where the tail is, you know. It's hard to get in there because it's pulled tight. But then it gets loosened too much too, so. Ducks, you heard your name. I was just talking about the ducks that we get in this pond by our housing area. And but you only really see them, you know, when it's raining and the pond actually has water in it. So I think I need to do one more. Okay, we're gonna try this again. So far so good. Yep. All right. That was better, Melissa. So I think that's the key, is don't go as tight as I normally do. Kids are getting restless. Okay, Rebecca, thanks for hanging out. Okay, there we go. So I did another puff. Hello, Puff. Do we get a new emoji? Yes, actually, we will get a new emoji. So we need to figure out which one we want to do, because I have a few that I was working on. Oops. I'm putting the 9 out of 9. Yay. I'll change that for the next time. I'll change that to whatever it is for the next one. But we need to decide. So we're going to have options of Frizzy that's in the tornado. So that's kind of the, hang on. Actually, I can show you guys because I have my iPad. I will show you since I've got you here. You're one of the cool kids, Maddie. That's right. That's right. Okay. Working on my map for my book. Let me get out of that so I can show you what I drew. This on a live, I don't know how long it's been now, but I think it was actually in the winter, maybe last year. So it's been a beat, but I should be able to show you. I just have to look for it. So give me a sec. but there is Frizzy up in a tornado. So it's going to be the Chaos Bee. And then the other one was the Dapper Bee, which has a top hat and a cane and is looking very dapper. There it is. Okay. So this is the sketch phase, you guys. This is on the sketch phase, okay? So it's obviously not colored in yet, but this is the Chaos Bee. And then there's Dapper Bee. And then this is the emoji my son wants you to choose, which is, what did he call that one? Timmy? That's Timmy. So he was like, come on, because during that live, he came in and doodled that and said, I want this to be the next, the next emoji. So maybe I'll post on the post feed or whatever. I'll do a little poll so you guys can choose which one you want next. But I have had people mention that they wanted an emoji for Merlin, my cat, who's currently sleeping beside me, and then one for Arthur. And we were thinking very Knights of the Round Table kind of looks. So Merlin would obviously be magician, so he would probably have that magician's hat and like a wizard's wand or something. And then Arthur would have the sword in a hilt or something. You choose. Yeah, so okay, we've got some votes for Chaos and a vote for Dapper. Nice. Oh, KD. I'll see you on your live in a little bit. And hi, Dill. Dill Creations. Watching me from Sri Lanka. Wow, that's crazy. So nice to have you here. Thanks for coming in. Very cool, very cool. I love how far out we can reach each other, you know? Through the YouTube streets. Right? Shade, yes. The Dapper Bee was definitely a nod to David's. He has a Lego with a top hat as his thumbnail. And so there's been a joke that, yeah, that was kind of cordoned after his thing. Michael! Merlin, you are a wizard. Did you guys ever see the Merlin show that was on? Gosh, it was on years and years ago. It was really good, though. I really liked it. And it was just called Merlin. Timmy is too cute. That wasn't even mine, Rita. That was my son's artwork. The Timmy one. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. He's just like, he kept asking me too after we did that. Melissa G, welcome into the Frizzy Friends. I'm so happy to have you as a member. Now I have you and your daughter in the hive. I love that. That makes me very happy. Melissa G, putting you down. Oh my goodness. Michael, are you feeling better? I heard you weren't doing as well because you overdid it this past weekend. I just got overburned this past weekend doing the garage sale, but it was worth the burn. We did pretty well at the garage sale, so it's all right. I don't know if it's still, you can kind of still see the color change. Oh my gosh. I'm like a toy. I change colors in the sun. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yeah, Amber is like patiently waiting for that beach cover up. In fact, you guys too, if you don't know this yet, Yarnspirations, you can download. Their patterns are all free right now for download. And if you download them, every pattern that's downloaded, a portion or some amount, they're going to be donating to, was it Feeding America or something like that? It's a charity. So they're donating to charity. So why not just get a bunch of free patterns? I was finding some really good ones on there. And they have I want to say they had like 450 pages of patterns. So I think I got up through page 20 or something like that. I'm like, this is going to take forever. Ah. It was so, yeah. Is it on Netflix? I couldn't remember which network had it, but yeah, it might be on Netflix. Next week. It's 80% done. Just haven't been able to film due to the pain. Yeah. Yeah, it went really well, Shade. Warm Up America. Thank you. I knew it was something like that, but I was thinking food for some reason. But yeah, Warm Up America. So that's what they're donating to, which is really great. So as many as you want to download. But I found a lot of patterns because I have so much Bernat blanket yarn. And so I needed to find some other way of using them up since I'm not doing the handmade Yummy Cats so much. I mean, I may still make some, but I bought way too much blanket yarn. We need more printer paper. He said he just filled it. I said, oops. Are you printing the patterns, Melissa? There's Liz. I was talking about you earlier that I was popping into your live yesterday and that you were showing off your yarn and how much you had, but you don't put it in totes. So yeah, I would love to have all my yarn out, but I just don't have the space for the yarn because this is part of my room, my bedroom that you guys are seeing. I don't have an office at this point, and so yeah, I have to have them in clear totes. You're back. Who won? So we had, let's see, Lana Banana, Killian, Mandy, and Rebecca, and Helix. Those were the winners for today. You've printed so many. Oh my goodness. I used to do that, and I have a binder somewhere. I didn't have the heart to, like, I don't want to get rid of it because someday I might do those patterns, but I used to do that all the time. I used to buy so many patterns before I started making my own patterns. And I bought tons of Amigurumi patterns, and I would print them out just like you're doing, put them in a nice big giant binder. And I did a few, but there's so many I bought and I never did. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, thank you. Yours is a living room in your basement. I would take that over a little tiny corner of my bedroom any day. Oh, no worries, Helix. You actually won the 10 entries into the monthly giveaway. So yes, you got the big prize of today, which is the 10 entries in. So hi, Leslie. Lunch at work. I'm glad that you are here hanging out. Yes, entries into our monthly giveaway. I'm just starting to do this month. I've been meaning to for a long time. So everything that's in this bag, I went through this bag last time on the live. If you guys want me to go through it again, I will. Just let me know. Oh, and you're making a hobo bag? Nice. But there is a kit in this bag. So you get to make this really cute little mermaid. And it has like, I think it's got beads on it too, or sequins. What does it have? Let's see. 4 colors of Sheepji's Katona yarn. And then safety eyes, sequins, and stuffing for the mermaid. So yes, you get this along with a notebook, a few skeins of yarn, and an art print from the shop. FRIZZY'S mystery sticker pack. Stitch markers. Sewing kit, little sewing kit for your purse. Oh, happy early birthday, Maddie. This is a yarn that's in there. And then 2 of these, which are Big Twist Cotton. So there's 2 of this colorway, and that's enough to make a beanie. So I did end up showing you anyways. Oh, a bee notebook, of course. Thank you. And then this is a little plushie I made of Roland, who's the little roly-poly from my Tales of Whimsy book series that will be coming out again soon. First 2 books will be re-released here, I'm hoping within the next month or so. I'm just finishing up I'm making a map. I've always wanted to make a map, you guys. I've always loved them in books. So I am drawing up my map of Weyburn, which is the forests that Whimsy lives in. And it's cool because she gets to see different areas of Weyburn in the different books. And so what I'm going to do is expand the map in the different books, right? So it'll be a little different. And then what I think I might do is at the tail end, I will make one large map. I will color it so it'll be in color. And then I will have that as an art print in the shop. for those that loved the series and maybe want to have that cool map, you know, something very Zelda-ish of me, I think. Aw, Tuli, your grandma's not doing well. I missed that. Hang on. Let me go back. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Visited her. I'm glad you got to see her, though. I'm glad that you got to see her today. Let's see. Yes, and Lana Banana's birthday is on Saturday. Happy early birthday, Lana. And yours is on the 6th, Maddie. Oh my goodness. You want to make a big chicken and blanket yarn? I've probably downloaded at least 10 to 12 patterns. Hi, Maya's World. Welcome in. Yeah, so I've downloaded probably 10 to 12 different patterns, and there were some that were blanket yarn blankets, and they're mosaic, which I thought was a very interesting way to use blanket yarn. Who would have thought? And there was a really pretty sweater that I showed Lizzie, and I said, okay, they used the one, what was it called? It was Bernat Patchwork, I think. It came out like towards the tail end of Joanne's existence, I feel, like the last month or two, I remember seeing it. So it has striping on that sweater, but you could do any color. It takes a couple of skeins of it. Thank you, Maya. Thank you so much. You're making a pink and white blanket right now. Nice. Rita, so on each of the lives, I draw names. So I have Nightbot giveaway tool. And so then I draw 5 names each live throughout any time during the live, but it's usually towards the last like quarter of the live, I'll draw the names. So I did draw the names. It was like right before you came in this time. But if you come in again on either Tuesday's live in the afternoon, or you come in again on Thursday's live in the morning, I will draw 5 names again. So that's how you get in though. There'll be a word of the day. Yes, thank you, Liz. Yes, don't forget to hit that thumb for me. It does help the channel a bunch. But anyway, so yeah, so they've had some really cool stuff, and I want to do the sweater. I think it's knit too. They're knitting with blanket yarn. Who would have thought? I don't know if anybody here has knit with blanket yarn, but let me know if you have and if it works up pretty easily. I like that, Michael, for Chris. Tiny has demanded a floppy cat. I guess that's happening soon. What color did she want? Did she pick a color yet? I really want to make it in thread yarn. That's Winsome got me wanting to make one in thread yarn. So if you guys don't know, I do have a tutorial up. Oh, thank you, Maya. Thanks for subscribing. So I have a tutorial up for both the right-handed and the left-handed version, depending on which you are, to make the floppy cat. And I don't have any to show because the other ones got purchased, but I do plan to make more. They're super cute. If any of the mods want to drop the link for me, that would be amazing. But yeah, there's a full abridged tutorial now on the channel, so you can make your own floppy cat. What do I use for yarn tension? Just my back fingers. And is it John, or how do you pronounce the name? Gian or John? Dimensions. Thank you for popping in. You lost me. We would go shop your chenille. Nice. What website is giving out free patterns? It's yarnspirations.com. I think I can type it in. I don't know if it'll come up as a link though. Yarnspirations.com is the website. So I have only the pattern up for the floppy cat. So that one is the one that has the like floppy arms and legs, and you can have it standing, or you can do the splooting where they put the legs out in the front and the back. So thank you, Michael. Okay, yeah, Michael's is the proper link. So grab that one. My favorite yarn. Ooh, good question. That's tough. I haven't used too many different kinds. I used to solely use Red Heart when I first started crocheting. So at that time I would have said that, but then I tried Big Twist and I love Big Twist yarn. So I would say I like Big Twist better than Red Heart. It's softer, which I love for acrylic yarn. And then so far for the chunkier, soft blankety yarns, I've been using Bernat. I recently bought, though, Premier has one that's comparative. It's Premier, what is it called? Premier Chunky, I think. It's similar to the blanket yarn from Bernat, and I haven't tried it yet, so I can't tell you if I like that one better yet. Free yarn, yes, the one with the cheapest price is always a good option. Oh, you like Premier Cotton Sprout? Nice. I bought, when Premier had their huge sale I think it was last year for Christmas time maybe, I probably bought about a couple $100 worth of yarn, but it was a huge like amount of yarn because they were selling skeins for, you know, $1, $2 and such. I have not used any of them. They're all in totes. Parfait Chunky. Thank you, Tina. That, oh, and Helix had it too. Yes, that's Premier's chunky yarn. No worries. Welcome in. What's everybody else's favorite? Do you guys have favorites besides those ones? I'm sure I'm going to love my ones that I have here that were hand dyed by Mama G and Rusty. And I've got Dee's Creative Hands yarn, which is the pink and brown ones here. These three are from a shop. I was gifted these ones by my sister-in-law. It's a shop up north in Seattle. So those are my bougie yarns, but I love them so much and I haven't used them yet. So I need to find just the right project to use them on. You did a knit blanket with the blanket yarn. Important to keep tension as the stitches can slip due to nature of the yarn. Good to know, Linda. Thank you. You bought that much too, Maya? Big Twist Posh is so awesome for making amis. I did buy some Big Twist Posh and I've never used it. So I will let you know what I think after I've used that. But yeah, I did buy some. Because I think it's I think Andy from Crafty Witch is, she has a number at the end of her handle, but her name is Andy, but she uses that exclusively, the Posh, and she loves it. So, and Amber loves, I love this yarn. I know that's Hobby Lobby. Oh, thank you. Yes, my gummy bears, my 7-pack of little gummy bears. This is from my brand Yummy Cats. These were for my Dibs sale. There's still a few left. There's some of the cocoa ice cream cats and then the minty. These are the baby kittens. I have one more large cocoa as well. And then gummy bears and Mr. Crumble. I do have Mr. Crumble. He's the little chocolate chip cookie, but I do have that as well. If you just look at my post, if you're interested, those are up there. I know I love the hand-dyed yarn. For a blanket, you know, I haven't really done, the only blankets that I have made thus far in crochet are corner to corner. I've designed corner to corner graph gans. So I've done a cat gan, a dog gan, and then a wish gan, which is for my Tales of Whimsy series. So it's from the first book. Hello, Sanvi. Welcome in. Oh, you love Dawn Aaron's Cotton Bamboo Blend. Oh, okay. So that's one that she hand dyes. What's 232 Helix? Liz buys clearance yarn. Tina bought the new yarn from Michael's that's supposed to be Big Twist Posh and hasn't tried it yet. I wonder, so I was seeing some word on the streets where people were saying that the Big Twist they were getting was not like the original Big Twist, but I don't know if there's any truth to that. I made Lucas the spider. Oh, I love Lucas. He's so cute. My Tales of Whimsy is about a spider as well. She's an orb weaver spider, though. But yes, Lucas is adorable little jumping spider. Figure out what to make with all my Thrice and Stitches yarn. Her yarn is lovely as well that she dyes. Crafty Witch 232. Thank you. See, that's like Amber sometimes when she's on live and I'll answer something, but I won't give context and she's already onto something else. And then she finds mine. She's like, Julianne, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, sorry. Here's the context. Michael's is relabeling it for, oh, really? So they probably got some already made and they're just like ripping the old label, putting on new. My goodness. Liz says, I'm not buying any more yarn. I'm done. Just a good substitute for the Big Twist Posh right now. Not the same. Yeah. Yep. I do not need to buy yarn. The only yarn at this point that I buy is like hand dyed from friends, that kind of thing, because you're not going to find that anywhere. And it's a good way to support my friends that love dyeing yarn here on the streets. I don't need yarn though. I mean, we need it because we love it, but you know, we don't really need it. We just want it. Rena's yarn is beautiful. Ooh, Rena's yarn. Is that the one that Nishi has a colorway that's based on her favorite colors and such? What yarn are you using right now? I am using, these are part of the scraps that I have. I'm guessing these are Red Heart Super Saver that I'm using right now. And because none of them have the little things on them. So I'm just guessing, but based on the feel and the fact that they're scrap yarns, it probably came from ages ago when that was the only acrylic I used before I found out about Big Twist and that I should try it. So it was a substitute for those who enjoyed the posh. I think they are going to get it eventually, maybe from the way the email made it appear. Okay, so it's coming perhaps. Oh my gosh, Liz, that's crazy. You're a budget yarn junkie. I don't buy hand dyed or the bougie stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I find it's so hard though because I love the colors that they can come up with sometimes. Her spider from across the porch? Who are you talking about? No more yarn. And lo and behold, I have some coming in a Halloween box from Dawn coming. Yeah, I got a message on Facebook today. It was saying Hobie was having a sale on their sock weight Halloween some Halloween colorways. It took me a while to actually find them on the Hobie website. I haven't bought in any yet because I really don't need it. But they do have some really pretty colors. Need, want, pish posh. It's the same thing, right, Chris? Yes. That's right, Amber. Yeah, she was finding if you cake up Big Twist, the value yarn, so the acrylic yarn, if you cake it up the wrong way, I didn't even know there was a right and a wrong way, but if you could cake it up the wrong way, it starts to curl in, like it twists up on itself, if that makes sense. So you don't want to do that. They're supposed to be getting the few big twists they will carry sometime in late August. Okay, so this is Michael's. Oh, and you bought a box from Carrie for her auction. Sweet. I'm pretty sure I bought way too much of a lot of the yarns that I have, but I didn't know what I was going to make with them because sadly, I don't often know what I'm going to make when I buy the yarn. And so then I end up buying more than I need just in case I might want to do a blanket or a wearable or something like that. So at some point I figured, you know what, if I make a project and I end up with a couple skeins left over, they'll just end up as giveaways for you guys. So snail in the background or slug. Are you talking about this? Is this what you're talking about? This is my friend Kim's character Bravo from her stories. So I got this from Kim. Hi, Teresa. How's it going? I hope you're doing well. Mayra. Is it Mayra or Myra? You're so happy you've been watching. Excuse me, not walking. See, my brain is exercising right now. Knitted socks to the local palliative unit. Started to knit again a few days ago. Nice. Window shopping, Liz. Oh my gosh. Can I crochet a turtle? I have crocheted a turtle in the past. Not my pattern, but I have crocheted a turtle in the past. And I actually have a crochet book that is one of those aquatics. I think it's like, it's one of the aquatic amigurumi books. Has a really cute turtle in it that I want to make. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see if it's in, I don't remember which one it's in. Nope, not this one. It must be the other one. There's two aquatic Ami books. This one has a cute turtle that I would like to make. Let's see, what page is it on? 96. I collect crochet books, if you didn't already know that. I love finding crochet books. And I find a lot of good ones at Goodwill now. Okay, I have to show it to you this way so I don't show off the pattern, but look how cute they are. Look at the little snail on his belly. Look at it. Oh my gosh, the snail. So freaking cute. I love that. Starting to crochet, what type of yarn would you recommend? I would recommend the Big Twist. That's what I would use. Big Twist Value yarn is really good, which you can get at Michael's now, I believe. Yeah, the 4-weight acrylic yarns. That's what I'm using. It's a 4-weight acrylic. It's nice to use when you're just starting out because it's easy to see your stitches versus a blanket yarn, which this bee that I have here, this my frizzy bee, the pattern is also on the shop. This was done in the extra thick Bernat blanket yarn. Or I think it's just extra. It's not the extra thick, which is like super jumbo cord, but this is the extra yarn. And you can see probably pretty well from here. The stitches are much harder to see. It's like looking at a marshmallow. So if you can feel for the stitches and you know what you're looking for, it's fine. You'll do fine. But until you figure that out, this is so much easier to see stitches on this acrylic yarn. So I would recommend that. Hi, Dream Big. How's it going? Welcome in. Oh, that book, did you get it? Aquatic Amigurumi by Natasha Tishenko. So there's 1 and 2. There's 2 books here. My daughter, she knows I'm live. Come on now. But yeah, there's 2. So they have a book 1, book 2. I haven't made anything from either, but I love the style that this creator has. There's the back of the book. So you get mermaids and fishies, and they're just really, really cute. I think they use a 3-weight yarn too. I kind of remember looking at that, but yeah, they're just such cute patterns, you guys. All right, let me see if I can catch up here. Jenna Crochets has that huge turtle. Are you talking about Crochet by Jenna? Did she make the big one? Because Crochet by Jenna, yeah, she does have a lot of tutorials for turtles. And she made that humongous one too. You're going to use it? Go, Melissa G. Go, Melissa. You can do it. See, we'll just empower each other to stay healthy. That's the key, right? Because for me, like, I always dieting, doing like South Beach, they always work for a time, but they're not lifestyle changes. And so it's too hard to maintain that. And so with the way that I'm trying to do it this time, I'm making it a lifestyle change. And so hopefully I've been going strong for quite a while now. So hopefully we'll just carry that on and see some results. Chenille yarn. Well, that's pretty close to blanket yarn. So My daughter just asked, can we go to the beach in 2 days? That's very random. They're very itching to go to the seaside. Seaside is in Oregon, so it's an hour and a half-ish from where I am. And we were saying that this weekend is probably going to be crazy with 4th of July, so we were planning to not go this weekend. But they're like, they just can't wait. They want to go so bad. Maybe August. Available at Hirschner's. Oh, Hirschner's. Does Michael's have value as well though, or was it just Hirschner's that got that one? Michael's. Oh, here. Michael knows. Michael's has the value pound plus. Hirschner's will have the normal skeins of the value, and will also have more colors than Michael's will have in the pound plus. Okay. Oh, thank you. Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh. This is a Target special, you guys. I love Kirby, and I never even played Kirby, but they have a what's it called? It's one of the video games where Kirby looks like crocheted or knitted. It looks so cool. I would love to just sit and play that, but I don't have it, so I can't. But yeah, he's just so cute. He's on a star. So I'm a dork and I love plushies. I mean, you know, I'm a kid at heart, so I have more plushies up higher. Here, I'll show you. You'll see my camera that I use to film, but I've got bees, and these are from another story that I wrote called Adeline and the Mystic Berries. So that's characters from that. And then, yeah, I got Totoro. I've got a whole bunch of stuff. I've got a lot of Minecraft bees too. Like I said, it's okay. I just love, you know, I love plushies. I love making them, and I like buying them. And yeah, sometimes I just see some that are so cute. And I'm like, you need to come home with me. Like this guy. He came home with me last time from Target. His little face. I mean, I geek out at how cute these little things. Like, he's a fun shape too. Kind of like a bean. You know, he's got a little booty right there. So yeah, he hangs out with me. Annie's attic is also carrying Big Twist. Cool. So there's even more out there. Michael's must be sharing our brain space. I know, right? Or Michael's sharing our brain space. We're all thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, okay. They just bought some of so they're basically resellers instead of actually owning the line of yarn. Annie's Attic and Mary Maxim. Blanket and doing rows. Are you supposed to go through the stitches or just go? What do you mean, go through the stitches or just go? Every pattern's going to be different, but usually, I mean, you know, your stitch is a little, the pink is really hard to see. Let me see if I can show you on the green. You see how it's like a braid where it has a V shape? A lot of times you'll go underneath both of those. So like, for example, see if I can do this here. See how I've gone underneath the V? So that's usually where you'll do your stitch around, is like that. Unless they say front loop only or back loop only, like what I'm doing right now. I'm doing the back loops only, which is leaving this ridge of front loops here to help the flower still maintain that sort of edge to it. But it's just dependent on the pattern. There's mosaic crocheting patterns too, and those definitely use those front loops and back loops and such. Trying to make water my drink of choice. Oh my gosh, I need to do that, Amber. I don't care for water unless it's like flavored or I'm really dehydrated. I want to drink a lot of water. Otherwise, I'm like, coffee, give me my coffee. Ooh, you went to Bear Lake. Which state is that in? I am not familiar with Bear Lake. Dropped off a note for her informing her that she had to take down their fort. Oh my gosh. Where's their fort? Is it in your yard? Hi, Lydia. Welcome in. And you lived in Portland for a time, and you, oh, okay, so you went to Seaside and you lived in Portland for a time. I gotcha. 5-cent shipping. A 5-cent shipping with Hirschner's? Does that mean you're going to go shopping, Lana Banana? Oh, she's a Care Bear collector. Oh, yes, I was into Care Bears as well. My kids never got into Care Bears. They still have plushies you can get at Target, but they were never into Care Bears. So and the things they were into now, they're like cringe apparently, like Peppa Pig and Hey Dougie. Like they can't be bothered to say that they like them anymore. So all right, Michael, thanks for popping in, and I hope you have an amazing 4th of July as well, and be safe. Yes. Oh, are you talking about, if you're talking about like sewing squares together or something like that for a blanket, like a granny square blanket? Again, there is various ways of doing that. And a lot of times what people will do is, trying to see if I can kind of show you, is they'll work through like the 2 loops that are facing each other, right? So in this case, this one's the back loop and this one would be the front loop. And you would work just through those 2 and do like a single crochet together. So you could do something like that in order to create like a nice little line that will connect the squares together. There's just so many different ways of doing stuff. You just have to kind of go with the flow, look at what the pattern's calling for. You can always look up a tutorial if you're not sure, but there's just so many different techniques you can use. Everybody's saying bye to Michael. Take a nap. Panda had a back procedure done and I only slept 3 hours. Oh my gosh, is he okay? I hope he's okay. David! Hello. Welcome in. How are you? Oh, you're probably just doing back and forth rows then. Hi, Trish. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. No shopping for you, right, Lana? You're like, no. They built the fort at her friend's house, and her friend sent her a note to tell her that she had to take down the fort that's at the friend's house. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Kids. I am, David. Look, I've got a couple squares done, and then I'm kind of doing like the assembly line bit. So I've got a bunch of blossoms made that I'm now adding the bits to, and I'm thinking of making some of the squares into little like zipper notions bags, and I'll line those and stuff too. Yarn today means I didn't break my no yarn by for July, right? Nope, I don't think so. I think you're good. Yeah, I concur. But David, we get another emoji, so let me know which one was your favorite. We're going to be doing a poll, so I will have a poll come up, but it's going to be between Chaos Bee and the Tornado. We've got the Dapper Bee with the top hat and the cane, and then and the monocle, and then I will draw up ones for Merlin and Arthur. Merlin's the one that you see most of the time because he gets very needy sometimes, so you'll see his little face pop up like right here as he paws at me to give him attention. Or he'll just come right in and sit here. I mean, there's been many alive that Merlin will sit here and go in front of me and just sit there looking off and takes over the entire life. But right now he's having a rest, so that's funny. Thank you. Yes, it's a lovely pattern, and I've linked the heck out of Shaiyeh's channel. So David's wife, almost wife, Shaiyeh, is the designer of this. So if you guys are interested in making it, she also did this strawberry bag that I have here. So those are all linked down below in the description if you want to make your own bag. So I'm making ones very similar to the style of this one, but it's with Sakura squares and gingham squares, which is like kind of looks the checkery, but there's like 3 colors, I think. Yeah. fun with fur yarn. Yes, I have. I have, Maya, yes. I don't have anything with it around me. I thought I had, hang on. I don't have anything around me that has that I made with it, but I do have, like I've made, Shaiyeh also has a pattern for a labubu, which I don't know if you know what those are, but I made a labubu out of this yarn. This is, I'm going to make one out of this yarn, but I haven't yet. So this is Loops and Threads, and this is their faux fur yarn. It's polyester, but it's a faux fur yarn. Hard to work with, but very cute results. But yes, it's hard to work with because you can't see the stitches because they're so hairy, you know? Thank you, Trish. Yeah, so I kind of want to do that. I'm going to probably make extra squares. And then I may even do like a Sakura on one side and the gingham on the other, but with zipper pouches. So I'll do like little coin purse or 2 squares wide to do like a notions pouch for hooks and things and have them all lined. But I'm going to do the strawberry ones too. Yeah, so I made a crow boo-boo, we call them. I made a crow boo-boo, my daughter named Noodle. So that was done in the brown one that I just showed you. And then I made her a mini one, which was done in purple of this baby bunny from Big Twist. So this is what is this? This is the super fine 1-weight yarn. And I made a mini version with the purple, and that one is Lavy. So, but it came out like yay big, something like that. And I did buy a couple Labubus, but I got taken for, they said they were Labubus and they were Lafufus, both of them. One looked pretty good, the other one looked cursed. So, you know, and so just be aware there, if you are into them at all. It was very sneaky because when I looked up Pop Mart, one of the first things that comes up is this other one, and it's like popmart. It's like something like store.popmart or something like that. There's something that's a little different, but it still looks very legit, and it looks like the popmart.com one. And they do send it to you, but you get the Lafufus, which are the fake ones. And they all look so different. And yeah, one was cursed. The other one was still pretty cute, but it was also a Lafufu. So the fur yarn as surface crochet or scrunchies. Yeah, that would be good for a scrunchie. That would be really good. Okay, what did Chris say? Instead of sewing a lining, do you use pre-made zipper pouches? Zippered pouches. Oh, I guess you could. Yeah, you could do that. I've just been enjoying using my sewing machine, and I need more practice with doing the sewing of the lining to the yarn, because that was really hard when I did the strawberry bag. It was the first time I'd ever done it. So I added a pocket inside of my lining as well, but I did this as the inner lining, and it was really hard. So when Shaiyeh shows you how to do it, you're going in this way into your machine, right? So you are sewing through, but you guys can barely see it. I mean, if I hold it up, I don't even know if you can see the stitches. I'm like trying to see if I can catch the light. Can you guys? I don't think you can see them. Hang on, we'll see. But the thread is the color. It's that red color. So they're like almost impossible to see, right? But she has you doing it this way because it's easier for the needle to not get caught in the yarn. And so it worked really well. However, I botched it a little bit because I didn't actually catch it very close to the edge. And so then I kind of went back and I did a couple of areas where I had to go over it twice because I'd either completely missed it or I put it down too low and it left like too much of a flap there. Hi, Blair. Aw, thank you so much, Maya. Or Mia. Is it Mia or Maya? Mia. Oh, good. You do crochet on your channel as well. Well, make sure you put drop if you haven't already so that everybody can follow you. But yeah, so I was excited. This is my first attempt to do this, and it still came out very nice, I think. So even though it's got a couple of areas where I had to do 2 layers of the stitching, it still came out really nice. And you know, all the seed bead details and stuff, it was a labor of love, and I adore it. It's my daughter's, although she hasn't taken it, so I've just had it here hanging. So until she thinks to take it, we just get to enjoy it. Oh, sounds good. Thank you, Helix. I will be at your live whenever that's going to be 3, I think it's 3 p.m. my time in Pacific Standard Time. D is East Coast, so that's 6 p.m. In her time. Maya. Okay, Maya. Thank you. Oh, cool. Yes. Well, if you have, I mean, you're doing the exact thing that I would suggest, and that is to kind of join the community, find the people you really resonate with, and then for those of us, not all channels do this, but I love to share the love, so I let you guys drop your channels so everybody can pick everybody up. And then that way you can start getting people following and subscribing to you. And that way, when you do go live, we'll see and have notifications on so we can pop in and keep you company. So your attempts at liners are not as good as sewing. Well, and then I started thinking, should I have hand sewed it in instead of using the machine? But it's so much easier on the machine, and it takes so much less time. Like one of the inner linings I did on the giant Yummy Cat that I've made a total of 3 giant Yummy Cats. One is at my mom's house, one is at Sunita's house because she won it, and then one is up here. The sprinkles, the birthday cake one, is still here with me. But the inner linings, the first inner lining I did, I hand sewed because I didn't have all the pieces for my sewing machine. I didn't have the foot pedal, or I couldn't find it. Oh my gosh, you guys, it took so long to hand sew an inner lining, because with a circular lining, you have to cut, I think it's like 6 pointed ovals, and then you stitch them most of the way, except for one side is just open a bit on the end, right? So you can stuff it, but you have to do that on all of them, and then stuff, then sew it closed. It took forever. Oh my gosh. Which bag is my favorite, the strawberry or the Sakura? That's tough, David, because I haven't finished the Sakura bag. I haven't even done a gingham square yet. I still need to do one so that I can properly give you an answer. But I love them both. Probably if I had to pick one, even though I haven't finished this one, I would probably say the strawberry bag, only because I love strawberries and I think it's really cute. And I do want to make a little charmed, like a little strawberry bag charm to put on there. Hi, Sunlight Rara. How's it going? Rah, rah. Share, share, share. Exactly. Yes. Funny videos. Please check my channel out and please subscribe so you know when I go live. Exactly. Yes. You're in the right place for sure. Yes. And this is a very welcoming and supportive community. So we do not knock people down here. So if you are the type that do knock people down, this is not your community, but I don't feel that you're that way. I think you're also a good person to hang out here. But yes, everybody's welcome. David, party time. Was that your favorite? Is that why you're trying to tell Shy? Say, the strawberry bag's the winner. You crochet too? What do you like to crochet? And Maya wants to make my dog little boots. Oh my gosh. Max is your dog. How cute. Black and has little brown dot eyebrows. Also short and fat. Oh my goodness, how cute. Yeah. Well, Amber, if it holds, as long as the glue is holding, I I can't see why we couldn't do that. I just think, I don't know, I'm enjoying using the sewing machine. I think it's giving me practice, if nothing else, because I do want to also make some wearables. I would like to make some plushies. And so, yeah, they're both super cool bags, though. Yes. Thank you, Shade. Leggy frogs. Oh, those are so fun. I'm actually making, well, it's my pattern. It's for Mr. Frog, and he is quite leggy. It's totally different than the leggy frogs that you will see a lot at the craft fairs and such. But I have a tutorial that I'm making right now, so that will be coming out soon. It would tear the yarn to pull it apart if you did. Okay. Yeah. I'm working on the strawberry bag. It's by Shaiyeh, and it's linked in the description. So I still need to obviously sew everything together, but she also has you do some top embroidery stitches of the parts of the flower that like stick out, that has the pollen on there. I don't remember the names of the parts. And then for the little bits at the end of those, so it's almost like a little like burst, right? The little burst in the center. It's going to be a very vibrant pink. And then it'll have seed beads, just like the strawberry bag does at the tip of those. All right. Oh, there we go. And anybody that joined the members today, just look back in my post tab, because we also have a Discord channel as well that is for members. So if you join our Discord, we are chatting in there every day, off and on. You know, we're keeping tabs with each other. If you write the word drop in chat, just write drop and then hit enter. Nightbot is the tool that I use, and he will drop your channel link. That way people can hit a link button. Makes it easier. You're loving the bags, but you don't know if you do the beads. You don't have to do the beads. You can also do, if you don't mind doing little embroidered seeds, like for the strawberry, you could just do little straight stitches of like a thread. You could even use black, you could just use an alternating, like a black yarn, and just do little seeds that way too. There you go. There's Maya's channel. Did everybody get it? All right. And Rara's is on there. Hey, there we go. Leslie should pop up here in a second. Hi, Debbie. Welcome in. Okay. Where was I? Here we go. Oh, no. I have to do another pop stitch. It's my favorite. Here we go. I just have to remember not to go as tight with it. That's my problem. Okay, I got to count in my head here. This is the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Oops, 5th. Okay, David, tell Shaiyeh I said hello, and have a good night. I'll have to head out here pretty soon. I'll probably go, if you guys want to hang out, I'll go until 1 my time, so that's another 15-ish minutes, and then I will sign off so I can do some more filming and all that. You're leaning towards the Sakura bag? Yeah. And I may change my tune. I haven't even done the gingham square yet, or any of the detailing, so I might change my tune. Good. I'm glad everybody's picking up each other's channels. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get this here. Almost. Yes. All right, that one was relatively painless. And now I am going back up here. Wonder if a walking foot will help when you sew over the yarn attachment for your sewing machine. I think I have one of those. I have to remember where I put it, but I think I have one of those. And I bet you it would help. It's not that it's not going over it. It was more because you have to try to remember where you pin the lining. So I was trying to pin it evenly, but I don't think that I did a good job of it. So when I was sewing it, because I couldn't see where the lining was, because I did the yarn above the lining, I was missing it in some spots. And then I just had to go over those spots separately. So I have 2 instead of 1 going around. There we go. Good job, you guys. All right. Slip stitching here. Okay. So after this, I have more things I got to put up on Facebook Marketplace from the garage sale. So I have to do a little bit of that. And then I have more filming to do for Mr. Frog. And then I might cut out the pieces to make the frog that I was showing you guys last time. I have it actually still here. So this is the frog, Anwood Handmade. I love her channel and her blog. But anyways, this is her sewing pattern for this frog. And so I want to make that. She has a free tutorial on her channel. So yeah. So I want to cut the bits out for that one. Boop. There we go. A small channel update announcement. Yeah, go for it, Leslie. Yeah, sometimes Nightbot has a little bit of a cool down period if it's just dropped a link and then it starts hearing it again. It's like I don't know, it gets stressed or something. All right, let's see. Okay, singles. No, wait. Was that the single? No, that was supposed to be a half double. My bad, my bad. Aren't those cute, Maya? I just thought those would be fun. Fun little, hopefully quick sewing project. I found some patterns and stuff. I want to make like a little bifold wallet out of that. I have like a retro mixtape fabric that I found. So I want to make my husband a little like bifold wallet out of that. So I'll do that soon. To hit the button in August to start my sales. That's exciting, Leslie. So cool. So what you're gonna sell all of your makes and stuff that you do on your channel? That will be very fun. He sees your sword. I know. He knows if he's not quick enough, that sword's coming out. And then he drops them all like rapid fire all at once. You get like this whole chain of links. You like sewing too, Rita? Yeah, she does. So Anwood Handmade, she does a lot of hand sewing. And every year she'll do this, I think it's like 100-day stitching book. And so she'll make the pages and everything. Oh, welcome, Arrow, to the Frizzy Friends. You get your entry in for the monthly appreciation for that too. But yeah, so she'll basically like hand sew a lot of different things. She makes little stuff out of clay for dollhouse. Like she'll make little worlds even. Like she has these little mice and she makes out of cardboard. She'll do a whole little, what do you call those? Dioramas, I guess. Kind of like a little dollhouse, if you will. And she'll make different things out of different stuff. For example, because things out of stuff doesn't make sense to anybody, not even to me, but I'm picturing it. So she makes a little stove, like a little firewooded stove, right, out of the egg, you know, the egg cartons, the paper ones. She'll like piece 2 together, and then she just has different things that she utilizes, like straws and stuff, and she'll hand paint them, and it's just really creative stuff. So I highly recommend her. And it's just anwoodhandmade.com is her channel, or her website. And she has a channel as well. What is Amber saying? I don't have a shop yet, but I think I will make one. Yes. Definitely. You should have some sort of shop. I have a shop. I plan to add more too. I'm going to add wearables to it eventually, like print on demand kind of things, with all the decked out Frizzy Bee stuff. So that'll be fun. I kind of started looking into it a little bit, but I haven't Nothing's set in stone just yet. You understand what I'm saying when I say stuff? I know I'm like, I feel like sometimes what I say doesn't make any sense to anybody but me. It's probably maybe more most of the time than it. Well, hello, Jessica.
Hey.
New to the channel.
Hi.
What are we doing? We're chatting mostly,
Mommy.
but
Mommy.
oh, my daughter came to say hi.
Hi.
Hi, dear.
Can we go to the beach in 2 days?
Probably not this weekend. It's going to be too crazy. We're talking crochet stuff, but I'm working on Shaiyeh's Sakura square.
I'm saying like after the day after you know.
I know what you mean. Well, we can talk about it later. We can talk with Daddy, but I just think it's going to be busy this weekend.
As you said.
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's 4th of July weekend.
No, but one day there's
I think, yeah, Amber, I agree, because I used to do made to order on Etsy and I got so burnt out. I did that for like probably a year or so. And I started getting shooting pains in my arms because I would make so many of the happy sunflowers. Those were selling quite a bit. And it just got to the point where I couldn't keep up. I wasn't charging what I should have charged, and that's why they were selling so quickly, but it was really doing me in. And so I started raising price and maybe made less sales, but it balanced out so I wasn't, you know, because you can only make them so quickly and, you know, healthfully as you should. So I would say, Trish, my favorite thing to make is still amigurumis, just because they're quicker to do, and I just love designing little plush toys. So I would still say that's my favorite, but I've been dabbling more in other things too this year. So I've been doing these bags. I've got a couple of wearables that I've started. Haven't finished yet, but I have started. So yeah. Hey, I'm an open book, so if you have a question, I've probably tried whatever it is. Perhaps, actually. I can't say I have tried. I've never tried Tunisian. That's on my list. I've done one mosaic, so I know a little bit about mosaic, but mostly Amis. If you have Ami questions, I should know the answer. You made it back, Emily. Good job. I'll be on for another like 8 minutes. I'm so slow. I mean, I've gotten some of the green on there. Maybe I should try to finish the green at least so I can say I've finished something. Hello, Line Dancer. And you're mostly into doing the bags right now, right, Amber? Yeah. Bags are fun. I still want to do the one that you put up, Amber, for Marty's dib sale, the first one. So I love the other one that's like got all the different designs in it, but the one that has the granny squares, that's so far has been my favorite that I've seen. Yeah, Tunisian's on your list too. I do have it on my list. I have the hooks. I have the project that's from Michael's channel. I do want to do the gigabyte blanket. So I've got all the bits. I just need to actually sit down and do it. Working and crocheting. Yes, of course. Just learning Tunisian crochet. I only know the simple stitch.
Can we go shopping today?
Oh my gosh. I don't know, maybe.
Back to death.
Can we go shopping today?
What day is it today?
Today is Thursday. Okay.
Back to death. You want to know why I want to go shopping? To get like a lot of 4th of July stuff.
Okay.
And like thing.
All right,
to
now
get,
I'm
some 4th of July
doing
stuff,
the
like
puff.
Sparklers.
Uh-huh. Oh, she wants to go get fireworks. That's what she wants to do.
Not fireworks. Like, oh, like the
Sparklers or fireworks? Granny Square one's awesome. I might have to make another. Yeah. Your cousin's wedding gift. Did you finish those sunflowers that you were doing for hanging in the car, Amber?
Is Lana Banana in the chat?
Yes. Oh, thank you so much, Lane Dancer.
Have you told
Thank
her
you
what
so
you're gonna-
much.
Mom, have you told her about
You know me so well.
Mom, have you told her about the thing? About her.
I do love me some coffee. What, honey? What?
You told her about the things that we're going to give her?
If Alana Banana is still here, she does have something coming her way. Her birthday's this weekend. She's part of my Royal Hive. That's one of the kind of things that's a perk of being in the Royal Hive, you guys. I do send out happy mail. And I heard through the grapevine it was her birthday on Saturday. So she has a she has some gifties coming. What? Oh, very true. Very true. Lizzie, you need things on. Yeah. She's in her PJs, right?
Yeah.
I got to get back to work. Oh, sounds good. Have an amazing day. And thank you so much for the super chat. That gets you also in our monthly giveaway for that. So I'm marking down here. Line dancer. He's a very, yeah, I do love, I will definitely learn from Michael. I think his style of teaching is really good, and he goes stitch by stitch, so he's not going to leave anything, no stone unturned, you know? So I feel like I'm in good hands learning from Michael, so.
I'm going to go draw my OC character.
Okay. Sounds good. The day more hands to do what we want to make. 100%, Rita.
Flower girl, it's the card
agree.
girl. Mom, instead of the flower girl, it's the card girl.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was one of the Lafufus that we got. It was supposed to be this one. Well, it's pretty cute. That one that is supposed to look like that is pretty cute. But
It's supposed to be that one. Okay, the red one.
Yeah, I hope you love the stuff that I found for you, Lana. Huh? All right, time to run, Marianne. I hope you have a good 4th. Yes, an amazing weekend. Line dancer. Before I go, I love Michael too. Hold up the sign.
Who's Michael?
Michael and Panda. Did I talk about? Yeah. You got the mesh stitch during our live this morning. Oh, good. You figured it out, Amber. Good job.
You remember that crochet banana?
Oh,
That you made for your yummy cat stuff. You should give it.
Yes, you're right. Lizzie's coming up with other ideas for me to make for you, Lana. Or just give to you, right? Exactly.
Can we go to the store after your live?
There you go. Maybe, but you gotta.
I am.
Okay, go do that. Go do that. I'm finishing up my live right now, honey.
Then we probably could.
Probably.
Go after your live?
Summertime.
She was a fairy.
Please don't throw stuff at me.
I made a basket.
By hitting me, huh?
Yes.
I'm going to enjoy my coffee for a minute. If I actually can get it.
Mom.
I just put it to my lip.
You want some coffee?
My daughter also likes coffee now. She has come to the dark side.
What do you mean by that?
I'm just being silly. Coffee's good.
Mm-hmm.
I make a mean cold brew. It's actually kind of, it's
Take your coffee.
the actual name of what it is a dirty chai, which is, I just think, hilarious. But it's basically a cold
chai.
brew, but you add a little bit of like a concentrated chai, just a little bit. And it's so good, you guys.
Strawberry.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Lizzie, why don't you go get ready, honey? Okay, so I did that. Now I got to do this, and now I got to do it one more puff stitch. I'm going to finish this one while we're on, you guys. That way I have a sense of accomplishment. Because that's important. These little wins, you know, we need these little wins throughout the day. And I know, like, it doesn't make me feel good when I leave so many unfinished things. So this is unfinished, yes, but this round is finished. So I get to cross that off, right? Ooh, you only need 9 more subscribers, rah-rah, until you hit 50. Nice. You'll get there. You will get there. We'll help you. We will help you. Oh no, I lost my stitch. Ah. Hang on, 1, 2, 3. I'm going looser. 4. That might have been my problem. 5. We're trying this again. You love cold brew too, Arrow? Yeah, they got some good ones. We were always buying at Target. You can get one called Califia. They have like blonde roast that's really good. It's unsweetened. And then we add to it, I do like a pump because I have the little pumpers like they have at Starbucks and stuff. There's like a pump and toot, tiny little toot of the sugar-free vanilla flavoring. So that's the only sweet that's in it. And then it has the cold brew and some milk or lactose-free milk in my case, and then the little bit of the chai on top that's concentrated. Super good. You're at 30, Maya. Good job. Oh, yes, the poppy drinks. Yep. Oh, hi, Andy. Welcome in. I mentioned your channel earlier. So, yes, put in drop because I am almost done with at least getting this green round finished. So, I will be heading out here pretty soon because I've got munchkins that want to get out and about. So, which means that my plans will probably get kiboshed and but I do that if they actually want to do things with me. I'll put down my stuff so I can go do them because most of the time they like to do their own stuff as they get older, and so it's kind of nice, getting out and doing stuff with the kiddos. So good, Shade. Oh my gosh. Yes, I hope everybody gets to this subscription goal. My goal is kind of far. It's a little far out. I'm hoping by my 10-year anniversary or podiversary, which is next year in March, I think it is. I think it's March or beginning of April, but I'm pretty sure end of March. It will be my 10 years of having the channel. So I'd love to get to 10K subscribers. That's my goal, but we still have a little ways to go. So we'll see if that happens or not. But, I'm the slow and steady climber. So we shall see. We shall see. But yes, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. It does help out a ton, and you can come and chit chat with me and hang out. I do go live twice a week. On Tuesdays, I go live at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then on Thursdays, it starts at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, do that. And then I have been very bad, and I apologize to my members. I have not done an additional live as I love to do. Just too many things going on, but I do plan to start trying to do some more members lives as well. Even if it's once a month or maybe twice a month or something where we can have one going on, I think that would be nice. So I will try to get those going again. Thank you, Andy. You're going on that trip with your daughter. Rugged camping. Yes, for sure. Did I hear you say there's no bathrooms? Please tell me that's not true, that there's got to, it may not be glamping, but there has to be somewhere to go. Even if it's an outhouse, like I would take anything, I just wouldn't want, like, I still remember going to a campground and my dad having to dig a hole in the ground and put like wood to make a makeshift potty for my brother. It was like ridiculous. Held a towel, Ugh. It's like, that's a little too much, I think, for me. I need a little more than that. Okay. So I just finished the green. Where's my scissors here? So many yarnies as I do now. Nice! 235. Good job. Yeah. Good luck, Amber. I hope all goes well for you guys, though. I'm sure that'll be really fun. Not while we are out and about doing our activities. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, when you're hiking and stuff like that. Yeah. All right. So I finished the greens, and I've got 2 with the green. I've got 2 with the beige. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the blossoms. So I am kind of I'm just kind of assembly lining it this time. So we'll see. It might take a little while, but it's been fun putting them together. I'm enjoying the pattern. Hiking, rock climbing, and whitewater rafting. Wow. You are so adventurous, Amber. Yeah, that sounds challenging for sure. I tried, I think it would be considered, I don't know if it would be considered whitewater rafting. It wasn't like it was super fast and we were going down. It was just, we were just kind of like on a more of like a canoe kind of a thing, my husband and I once. And this was like I think it was in Santa Rosa in California. But we didn't realize that his oars were the ones really steering. And so he kept getting me steered into the side trees. I was like, trying to get away from them and stuff. So I have bad memories of that, but it was kind of funny. Oh, yes. Okay, you guys, I have to sign off because otherwise my children will probably just join us here and go nuts. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you to all my new members. You guys are amazing. That means we've unlocked a new emoji. I will put a poll up on the posts tab. And that way we can decide which one's going to be next. So that you guys have that that you can do in the chat. So yes, thanks again for coming by. I hope you guys have a happy 4th of July if you celebrate. Otherwise, have an amazing weekend, and I will see you guys next week, Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right? Take care, guys. Goodbye.